Now, like the first game, he was throwing the ball away a lot. Do you sense he's holding on to it too long now? Or is that not an issue?
Well, I think our passing game's an issue on a whole. You know, and it's an issue from the line to the backs to the quarterback to the receivers. So I think everybody has to share the load of doing that. And we're going to make a huge emphasis this week on improving that aspect of our game.
Now, talking about the passing game, about 3 times, you know, you took shots deep over the middle, and they were all there. I mean, you had a couple of drops and an underthrow. You had a screen pass that was set up perfectly that was dropped again. So is there some positive you take out of that from the fact that, you know, you saw those on film and they were going to work? Or
Well, you take the positive, you take the positive, okay, if we execute better, it will work. That's the positive. I mean, that's what you have to show them. Okay, we're here, we call this play, up until the final part of that play, this was a well-executed play. Now, we didn't finish the play. You don't get points for well-executed plays that don't get finished. So if we want to become a better team, we need to finish those plays. It's just offense, it's the passes. On defense, it's the missed tackles. I mean, so if we just got, as I've told the team, woulda, coulda, shoulda is a great person on Sundays and Mondays. But and that's the fundamentals of the game. We are a better tackling team and can throw and catch better. We're feeling a little bit different about ourselves.
What concerns you about Indiana?
Well, Indiana, another BCS team, but when you look at their offense, they have playmakers. The quarterback's a 50-year senior running this system. He's completing 74% of his passes. Ben Chappell, I mean, he has done a really good job. The 3 receivers, Belcher, Dawson, Turner, are the 3 good receivers that we're going to play all year, and have played so far. I mean, Kentucky had Randall Cobb, who we did a really good job against. These guys, they have 3 very good players. I don't know if they have 3 Randall Cobbs, but they have 3 very good players. And they've done a good job of spreading the ball to those 3. Belcher's been playing terrific in the first 2 games, and Darius Willis is a very good tailback. They have a huge offensive line. Typical Big Ten, big offensive line, 6'7", 6'6", 6'5". One guy's 6'8". Good tight end. So their offense, ability to move the ball and make plays. Again, we gave up 10 big plays the other night for 257 yards of their 544. And that's hurt us every week. So we have to find a way to stop the run and not give up the big play. If you had to look, you do that by tackling better. I mean, you do that by tackling better. But that's been an eyesore for us here in 3 weeks. And
big plays, you mean 20 yards?
It's a big play we define as a 12-yard run or better and a 16-yard pass or better. That's what we define it as.
Where's the issue with the tackling rear up? I mean, that's never seemed to be an issue around here before.
I don't know that.
And I mean, did you see it on film from last year?
Did not see it coming in the first 2 games.
Yeah,
I did not see it coming in the first 2 games because we tackle every Tuesday in practice. We do a tackling circuit on defense. We're moving around to 3 different stations and having angle tackle, sideline tackle, and tackling what we call the popsicle. We practice it all the time. And on Wednesdays, the coaches practice it in an individual period. So we make an emphasis on tackling. So for it to be that poor was really alarming to our staff and to myself. So we don't know where that's come from, but we know we're going to address it today and tomorrow.
Their defense, they go to a 3-4.
Well, they 4-3 personnel.
Okay.
Well, so still 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, but they from there they go into a 3-4 set.
Okay.
So they give you a couple multiple looks, which makes it, so now you have to take your protections and you have to block them during the week against both looks. You have to take your runs and be able to block them against both looks. So from a preparation time, it might cut back on what you do because you have to practice it against those multiple looks. And they have they have 5 returning starters from last year. Some guys that are older guys in their program, but maybe first time starters, and a very very sound on special teams. They have a good punter, very sound, like you would expect a Bill Lynch coach team to be.
At one point Saturday, because I got a lot going on up there, did you gather the whole team around on the
I
field?
did
at one
when
point?
we came out and didn't play well in the first 2 possessions of the second half. I gathered a team around and had a little couple things to say to them at that time. I was very displeased with how we started the second half, and I felt like they should be displeased also.
Now that you've, of course, Bowers had played before, and he was there, and Sconier was in, and Sheldon Miller's played quite a bit. So now that you've got about, I don't even know how many true freshmen.
I think it's been 8 true
8
freshmen.
true freshmen. Are they just like in with everybody else earning their playing time? Is that how that
Exactly
works?
right. And they've been that way. We just the game. Giorgio's been playing on special teams. Sconier's had been playing on special teams and some snaps at receiver. Antoine had started the week before, and him and Jaleel, probably split the game this week. If Jaleel may actually played a couple more snaps than him, I don't know what the numbers came out. But the way the game went, then gave us a window to say, okay, we want to get some guys some game experience. We want to get Matt Rogers some game experience, all right, in our system. We want to get Giorgio in the game. We want to get some guys in the game. And that's what we decided to do, and I thought that was very beneficial for those guys to do that. And we're excited about playing Indiana because when you don't play as well as you'd hoped, it was a different feeling this week than it was a week ago. A week ago, we had done some things very well and came up short. This week, I didn't feel like we'd done as many things well, and we have to go back and fix them, and with a sense of urgency. And we're excited about playing Indiana and playing in another Big Ten team on the road. They have a great tradition in the Big Ten, and we're excited about playing, and we know it's going to be a great challenge for us, but we have to improve. And we're going back to worrying, not that we hadn't before, but the focus here needs to be on fixing ourselves more so than it maybe is on what Indiana does. Because if we can't fix the tackling and we can't fix the mental errors, then we're not going to, doesn't matter who we play, we're going to be really in a tough situation. So we have to fix that first. And then after we fix that, we can worry about an opponent.
Injury report this week?
Really, Josh Richmond will be back this week, and Province is questionable. At this time, that's the ones the guys that didn't play last week. So, all right. Thank you all for coming.
Thank
And,
you.
have a great week.